Listen, I don't care about none of that.
We pull Andre's credit report.
That's not what I care about.
Yeah, it is what you care about, because your credit report, what drives your credit score? Information that's on your credit report. And so the thing about it is, if somebody put stuff up here that's not true, you need to know. Like, for instance, remember that medical bill that they said, that $40 thing? If that's on your credit report. So this is showing you, look at that, Andre. This is actually really good. Open, never late. Look at that. See, these are good things. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you do. You look at this credit report.
Man, I want to see my credit score.
All right. Let's pull up his credit score, because he is impatient. So basically, though, you have to, the good thing about your credit report is you look it over to make sure this stuff is right. Look, this is you. Of course. Because his dad has the same name. Yeah. But his name, he got a different middle initial. So that's my point. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that this is you. Your addresses, these are your addresses, so that's good. This is potentially negative. This is that thing. This is it, Andre. See? That's that collection that they talked about.
Yeah.
That medical bill. So they did put it here on your credit report.
What, $45?
Yeah. How much was it? It was like 41 or something, right? Like that. And dag, Andre, this is the sad part. It's been past due since February 2018. This is new. So it just got on your credit report.
Or just, yeah, swagging.
But since 2015, I mean, you haven't been late on any of your bills. So that is great.
Steve Peter.
What is Steve Peter?
That's my white name.
I can't with you.
Because I got good credit. I had to create an alter ego to save my...
Well, Andre, we got to see if that other thing pulled you down.
The $45?
Yep.
The only way we would know is if we actually look at...
No, you call them. Call them.
Right.
And try to see. You could even try to see if they'll remove it. And say,
hey,
you didn't know. No. Those are two separate things.
Oh.
Yeah, that's two separate things. But so it's like, don't avoid it. Call and find out who they are, what they are, what is it from. Have a conversation with them. In best case scenario, maybe they can remove it from your credit report. Best case. You know, that would be dope. They affect your credit score too. This will drive your credit score down as well.
What does this see?
These are when you try to apply for different things from people. Credit cards or whatever else. That's what all this is.
Okay.
And too many of these will drive your credit score down. And sometimes you'll see that some place will say, no, we're not going to give you credit because we see that you've been requesting too much credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like with the free one, this doesn't give you your credit score.
I don't think I checked my credit score this year yet with Credit Karma.
Oh, then maybe you can go look it there. All right, so you said you want to know your number, so what?
So I can include it, because part of my
you said so
social media thing.
You said so you could brag on Facebook.
Yeah, okay. It's part of my brand. As Steve Peter Tucker. If you're serious about your business, add me.
The lights are off in here now. I put our light kit away. Okay, so the other thing, so we're talking about some things that affect your credit score. So inquiries. The other thing that affects your credit score is when your balance on a card is close to the max. That lowers the credit score. Okay. So that's another good reason why you want to kind of get that credit card down. You know, because if you just take a few months, 3 to 6 months of doing the right thing, your credit score can increase drastically. And the right thing is making sure that you keep a low debt to income ratio and a low balance. The right thing is making sure that you don't try to get too much credit, go and apply for more things, because that drives your score down. And then also, if you have anything that's negative on your report, to dispute it, or try to, like I said with Andre with the medical bill, getting to the bottom of that, talking to them, fingers crossed that they can remove that off of the credit report.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to them.
Yeah, because gosh, that's just $45. You know what I mean? It's
a high impact.
Yeah, for $45.
That's interesting.
But all that is but it's negligence. It's you know, when you have a bill, they don't care the amount. if you don't pay the bill, it will go on your report and affect things. They don't care how much it is.
It's still relatively good for a millennial like myself. That's no excuse. Listen, guys, listen to me.
Hold on.
I'm Steve Peter.
Listen to Steve Peter, because let me tell you this. So Andre just looked up his credit score, and he was a little disappointed in what he's seen, because your credit score before that had been like in the 750s. Yeah, right. So it went down a little bit, and we see why, because he has this medical $45.
$45, that Jane.
Yeah. And guess what? The sad part, it takes 7 years for that to come off your report. That's why you don't want to mess up in the first place.
But I can still raise my credit score, right?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah. So your credit score is in the high 6s. Can I say that? Is that fine?
It's close to 7.
It's close to 700, right? So that's still very good. Shit. And let me say this. This house that we live in today, do you know what my credit score was when I bought this house?
What is it?
It was like in the 5s. I can't even remember, but it was below 550.
Okay.
Everybody was turning me down, y'all, but I'm a baller. Yeah, they was. Did you know that story?
No.
Yes. Dude, and look at this house.
Yeah.
That's good. Guess what? It was in the low 5s, and because that was considered horrible. So I went to apply for a credit for the mortgage with the lender, because the lender said if you apply with us, if you go through us, we'll give you all these perks and benefits. So I said, fine, I'm gonna go through y'all. But they did it. They pulled my junk, and it was like, you don't qualify. But guess what? I told them, but y'all didn't say you had to do my loan. You just said I had applied through y'all. So because I applied through them, I still got all my perks and benefits. And then I took my business. I just went and looked elsewhere. So I went to a few different banks. And finally, a bank approved it. They approved it at like 11 or 12% interest rate, which is super high on a mortgage. Yeah. But I knew I wasn't going to do no mortgage for that amount. And so I went to another place. And I said, well, this bank approved it for this. So I played them against each other. They kept trying to outcompete each other, because I think what...
That's the Asian in her.
No, and what worked for me was the fact that this was a high mortgage. Like, this house was over $600,000. And so that's a good amount that a bank would want. They want interest on that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they wanted the business. Greed, yeah. So if it had been something low, like 200,000, they probably would be like, nope. But they wanted it. So they kept outdoing each other. And I pushed off my closing date and everything to let them play and argue and fight it out. And I finally went with the bank, and it was at a 4.5% interest rate, which is a good interest rate on a mortgage with a credit score in the 500s. So yeah, this is all a game. Money is a game.
Imagine what I can do.
Pay his bills. That's what he can do. So yeah, so that's the goal. We'll work on, or you work on, just doing the right things and seeing how that affects your credit score.
Gotta pay that thing off.
Yeah. So, all right, y'all. So until next time, this was us with Andre's credit score, and he was determined to look that up.
It dropped like 30, was it 50?
58 points.
It dropped 58 points.
Yeah. No, just so they can't. Yeah, 58 points for a silly mistake, for a silly oversight.
I mean,
$45.
That happens because, like, especially when you're trying to, when you're integrating into like the, adulthood.
All right, the battery had died, but go ahead.
No, I'm saying, like, yeah, when you, being young, getting to know this stuff, you could potentially make far worse mistakes. You know what I mean? Well, I know my peers, they do. But, that's why it's so important. They don't teach that in school. Ooh, that's messed up. You know what I mean? So,
and sometimes if you don't have anything to apply it to or make it applicable, it doesn't stand out as real. Like, for instance, a light bulb did not go off into your head until I said that debt to income ratio, how if your credit card is close to max, how that affects your score. Now it looks like you have some motivation to want to get that lower. So
because I don't want my credit score to drop down more.
So
Yeah.
So that's what's up. The thing about credit is you use it responsibly. Use it responsibly. It can be a great tool to help you in your life, or it could be a great detriment. Because y'all know people, and it may even be you guys, or anybody, you know, who you can't rent a car, you can't get a hotel because you don't have a credit card, or you don't have a this, or you don't have a that. Or it used to be me. Whenever I used to hate going through the grocery store, especially when you had checks back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't even take my checks, y'all.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, it was horrible. That used to be so bad. So I used to have to man up and be like, put on that brave face, like whatever. It's all a game.
What's your credit score now?
My credit score now, we can go look it up.
You want to?
Yeah. But let's push the button and let's see what my credit score is.
Oh man. 762.
762. And I still, and you know what, Andre, the same thing for you. I need to look up my credit report because somebody did steal my identity.
Yeah.
Remember that when they open up all these credit cards in my name? And I think that I did notice before that everything didn't fall off my report.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I need to follow up on that again because it's so tedious when your identity's been stolen and getting that stuff cleared off. So that may be why mine is a 762. But 762 is still enough to get me approved for anything I want.
Yeah.
But that's a good plan. You and me both. We can do that. So all right, y'all. There we go. There's our credit information. This unplanned video. We did not plan for this. I gotta go to work. Bye.